Welcome to this simple Mabon ritual to honor your harvest. Imagine the year as a great wheel, constantly turning, carrying us through various cycles of life, including planting, tending, harvesting, and resting. That comprises the wheel of the year. Mabon sits at a pivotal moment in the wheel. Mabon marks the moment of perfect pause, the breath and balance between dark and light, expansion and contraction. To begin this Mabon ritual, I wanted to spend some time outside doing some simple journaling practices and assessing my personal harvest. As you do your own Mabon ritual and journaling, consider asking yourself, if your life and year thus far was a harvest, what would it look like right now? What is growing and flourishing, and what's struggling or ready to be picked? Consider whether you planted an intention or a goal from earlier in the year. Has that goal evolved into something completely different than what you had expected? How do you feel about that transformation? When you consider abundance in general, what comes to mind from your life right now? Where are you living abundantly? What is one thing you've learned about yourself this year that you want to remember and bring with you into this new season? Is there a particular place in your life right now that feels balanced, or perhaps an area that feels out of balance? What conditions can help you maintain equilibrium into the next season? Is there an area of your life where you've been giving more than you've been receiving? How could you bring that into better balance? Is there a loss or disappointment from this past year that you are carrying with you? How might honoring that experience be part of your harvest? And what can you glean from that experience to take with you to grow something better in the next season? Consider whether there are any small daily pleasures that have sustained you through difficult times. Ask yourself, if you 5 years ago were to meet you today, what would surprise them about everything you have grown and developed? As the days grow shorter and life naturally turns inward, what do you want to cultivate in the space that you're creating? After spending a good amount of time journaling, I decided to move back inside, pulling some of the hops that are ready for harvesting and placing them on my altar, lighting some candles, grabbing some foliage that was just starting to turn with the fall colors. I included some grasses that are drying out and ready to be decor for this fall season. I also threw in an apple representing the harvest for this time of year, and some tarot cards representing aspects of Mabon and the harvest, including the Hermit, representing inner wisdom and self-reflection, turning inward as light decreases, encouraging us to seek guidance from within. I included Justice as well, the perfect embodiment of Mabon's balance theme, the balance between light and dark, night and day. This represents equilibrium, fairness, and karmic harvest. Last, the 10 of Pentacles, representing generational abundance and legacy, celebrating material and spiritual prosperity, honoring family traditions. I also included some crystals representing the energy of the season and the upcoming transformation. I first included amethyst for intuition and introspection, but also smoky quartz for release and grounding, and labradorite for transformation and inner vision. I placed this bowl in my office with these stones and also in my meditation and yoga space. Now that my table was set, it was time for me to begin my ritual practice and meditation. I I started by gathering 3 strands of ribbon representing the red of the season and the harvest, and each strand representing different aspects of my life and the energy surrounding me. The first thread represented the wisdom of those that came before me, all the work and all the seeds planted by my ancestors that give me the gifts and the abilities and the freedoms that I have today. In doing this, I honored my ancestors whose resilience flows through me and whose wisdom lives within me. The next thread represents my own harvest story. It reflects my year's journey, my planting, tending, and harvesting that I've done in all areas of my life. In crafting this thread, I honor my own growth, my struggles, and the abundance I've created and received. My last thread represents my future harvest. In doing so, I thought about what I want to carry forward with myself through this season and the seeds I'm planting for tomorrow. In doing so, I honor the potential that lives within me and the harvest yet to come. Once each thread was prepared, I tied them together and slowly and carefully braided together the strands, representing all parts of myself, past, present, and future, that continually live within me, fueling my actions, driving my emotions, and helping me to create a life of fulfillment and purpose and alignment with my greatest and highest good. After my thread was completed, I spent some time in gratitude meditation, giving thanks for all the work that I've done, the ways that I've shown up for myself, and everything that I have learned through my stumbles. I spoke aloud commitments to myself and how I will honor harvest energy in my life going forward. I gave thanks for all of my gifts, for all the work that I've done. I honored myself, forgave myself, and lived in gratitude for all the experiences and all the ways that they fit into my greater path. After I completed my prayers and meditation, I lit a cleansing stick to clear the space, to clear the energy of my successes and failures leading up to this harvest season, allowing the energy to cleanse itself, allowing myself to leave behind that which no longer serves me, and take only with me what I need to grow and continue to move forward. At this point, I decided to take my gratitude practice a little bit farther, recognizing that anything that we harvest on our own is not something we are doing in a silo. We do it with the support and love of the community and encouragement of those around us and those that have come before us, nudged along by our guides, our support, our God, our universe. I took a moment to give thanks for each of those experiences, for each of those gifts, placing each of those gratitude pieces into a globe full of gratitude, letting that globe highlight the warmth, gratitude, and thankfulness inside of me, letting that globe represent that warm energy that I will take with me through this harvest season, continually giving thanks for my blessings, finding ways to recognize them in times of struggle, and honoring myself and trusting that each one of those struggles is part of my greater and highest good. At the conclusion of the ceremony, I used the meditation bell just to clear the energy of the space and conclude my time in prayer. I hope that this Mabon ritual can help you connect with your own harvest, to find ways to give gratitude. Mabon is a time of balance, of equilibrium between light and dark, calling us to honor the parts of our lives that also reflect light and dark, positive and negative. If you enjoyed this ceremony, please be sure to subscribe to my channel to find more rituals surrounding the full moon, new moon, and all Sabbats comprising the wheel of the year. In Ladyish, I strive to offer a meaningful pathway for people to incorporate more alignment with nature and the cycles of nature into their lives, so that we may find more space, more peace, more time to rest and rejuvenate in between periods of work and struggle. With that in mind, I hope that you found something useful here to take with you to enrich your life during this Mabon season as we approach the next harvest for Samhain. As you move on with your day from here, I pray that you find peace, flow, and happiness. Namaste.